I tested for you, the first dive. Diving baptism, who hasn't already thought about it? I tested it for you. Not far from our home, there is a world which is most often foreign to us, a mysterious and marvelous world which it is difficult for us to imagine. And yet, no need for a shuttle or other more or less identified flying object to go explore it, it is the sea. I discovered this universe recently, by means of diving. Since I eat, I sleep, and I breathe to the rhythm of my dives. My adventure started this summer where friends eager for sun and sea, but especially for sensations, invite me to a baptism of diving. After many reflections, I left with a brave heart to carry out the baptism which for me, revealed to me the true meaning of the holidays. And this despite the fact that on the first day, our boat was the scene of many sea ailments, falls and other disasters. Our incantations from the previous day were not enough to make the weather more pleasant. The lesson was clear. So here I go, like a little duckling hopping, the diving suit, sexy level, and comfort, we saw better. I admit that D-Day was very impressive. I was very afraid to go there and not be able to breathe, not to mention the bottle, which weighs much heavier than I thought. Also, breathing through your mouth is not the most instinctive thing. But with the help of the instructor, who explained to me that we were not going to go down very low, but that we would see very pretty things, and who explained to me what each instrument was used for, I succeeded to gain confidence. Once in the water, everything was magical. It's not really easy to describe, but I'll try anyway. The further we went, the better I felt. The silence, disturbed only by the few bubbles rising to the surface, helped me to reach a kind of inner fullness. During the half hour of diving, after the excitement and the anxiety of flowing, I felt like I had achieved happiness, serenity. When the instructor signaled me to go up, I felt like I was dreaming. I would have stayed longer. But I comforted myself by telling myself that I was going to be able to talk about it with my mother, make her share my emotions and my feelings, she who is afraid of water. Claustrophobic friends, don't get me wrong, diving gives an incredible feeling of freedom. One does not have the impression of suffocating, but of floating above the rocks, or along the drop-offs rich in multicolored algae, sponges, starfish, sea urchins, sea fans, and other spirographs. Did you know that these brown algae, which disgust us, in summer, by wrapping around our ankles, are Posidonia, wonderful green plants iridescent with blue reflections? Or that the octopus is the most intelligent and the most curious of invertebrates, if you know how to tickle it, it will gladly come and squeeze your tentacle and reward you with a slightly gooey but very charming hug. Let your eyes linger on the sand, apparently virgin, it is actually teeming with flatfish that have camouflaged themselves there, away from predators. But beware of the skate, always ready to give you a shot of venom. You will be able to discover, among the corals, an anemone with its clownfish. Take a look at the sea cucumber, nicknamed sea cucumbers, big black strands washed up on the sand. But by dint of patience and observation, you can cross the antenna of a lobster or contemplate a small seahorse before your eyes. If the experience tempts you, I can only encourage you and wish you to have as much fun as I do. Scuba diving is one of the only sports to forget everyday problems and to evolve freely in 3 dimensions. Underwater, the only person you can talk to is yourself. And it really helps to take stock, to relax. Learning is very simple, there is no age limit, weight limit. Anyone can do it. Thanks to my instructor. And also at the Thailand Diving Club in Pattaya.